Yogah Karmasu Kaushalam.
Hello friends, I am Professor Dr. Jagdish Joshi, Professor and Director of UGC Human Resource Development Center of Gujarat University, Ahmedabad. Friends, we will try to understand what is research. Research, is very important part of our life. Our life is made comfortable by research. Whatever you look around, just try to look at it. Try to look at the laptop from which you are watching me. Try to look at your smartphone from which you are watching me. These all are results of research. Our life has become so easy. We can order from Swiggy and food comes at our home. We can order from our application and taxi comes at our home. We can go to online shopping platform and we can buy a lot of things. There are many things which are happening due to research. Human beings who were not able to live for many years earlier, they are living very happy and healthy life for many years now. There are many diseases which are cured. The life expectancy has been increased. Research has been playing a very vital role in all the fields. Like we are looking at corona, this kind of things can be spread misusing research. Research can be used or misused to attack people and to defend people. Wars have become different kind of war now due to this research. The world has changed. If you look at the world before 100 years and the world after 100 years, if you just try to compare them, due to science research and due to many things, it has changed a lot. I would like to discuss about research using some linguist aspect. As I belong to languages, my major subject is English and I'm very much interested in English. But I've been doing a lot of research on researches. So looking at this both, I would like to discuss about research with some interesting tool. Let us try to understand research using some very interesting linguistic tools. Research is something which is very near and dear to us. Friends, I would like to ask you, when you think of research, what comes to your mind? Exactly when you just speak the word research or when you think of research, what comes to your mind? Have you ever thought that how you can look at me? How we are meeting? We are with each other in spite of having a distance of more than 1,000 kilometers, I guess. We can see each other, we can talk to each other. How it is possible? Do you remember Mahabharata? In Mahabharata, there was one incident called the War of Mahabharata, Yuddha Mahabharata. That Yuddha of Mahabharata has many characters, but one character I would like to point out is Sanjaya. And Dhritarashtra, when he is not able to see the war himself, he wanted to see the war. And he told Sanjay that show me the war with your Sanjay Drashti. Now, when I was child and when I was reading this, or maybe I was listening this from my grandfather, grandmother, and sometimes from my parents or some other people, I used to think that what is this? Is it possible that a person like Sanjay has Sanjay Drashti and he can see to whatever is happening there, not only see, but he can show to Dhritarashtra, a person who himself is blind, that exactly what is happening there. He was describing rather, but how can it possible? Now, if in today's era, if you ask somebody this question, or if you pose this question to anybody, will somebody listen to your question? I don't think so. This is not a question at all. If you ask a child that your cousin who is living in US or who is living in Canada or who is living in some other country or even in India who is very far from you, and you want to see to him or her, the person, the kid, a small child will easily reply that okay, it's very easy, just call a video. That means video call. There are many tools, there are many applications in our mobile itself which can make it possible that we can make a video call very easily. So friends, just think about think about development of this mobile phone or a smartphone from that black wired phone. If you have seen that in some advertises, the telephone which used to have two parts, one we can keep near our ears and one we can speak from. So there were two parts. That is how this kind of telephones have started. After that, we know the development of telephone, that after that we had wired phones. I remember when I was a young boy, when I was in college, at that time my father bought our first codeless phone. And I was so fascinated by that, that okay, I keep it at a far distance and I can listen from it. And when my father is doing some work at his desk and some phone rings, I can carry that codeless and give it to him. That was a fascinating experience. And it has some cell kind of thing inside, and it was charging and some other things, and all of you are aware of it. Then came pagers. Pagers, friends, there was some small kind of equipment in which we used to pass on SMS kind of messages. So that was pager. After pager, we have seen the first mobile phone, the first generation mobile phones. They were like they don't have any touch pads. They had switches like which you have to click on, and it has buttons, and you can dial with buttons. It has one very small screen, not a touch screen, but a very small screen through which you can see your number, and the incomings and outgoings were chargeable. Then we have seen the latest smartphones. The latest generation smartphones, they have 4K video facility, they have more than 3 or 4 cameras many a time. The capacity, if you talk about, sometimes the capacity you may not even think of, that nowadays the mobile with capacity, I mean to say memory, is about GBs. It may be possible that some mobiles have memories in 256 GB or maybe 512 GB or like that. So friends, what is this? This is evolution of technology. This is what we all notice. This is something which we all are experiencing. And how it is possible, how this big phone, a big wired phone, got converted into a very small palm top kind of phone, and we can talk to people. Just think of what is the purpose of phone. The purpose of mobile phone or a phone is, or general phone is, we can make a call and receive a call. But look at your smartphones. What are the functions which it goes on? Do you remember the days of fax? Friends, I very well remember. But nowadays fax are even gone. Do we really fax somebody? No. We use email, we use WhatsApp, we use many other such messaging services, communication services, which are very quick. When you just click on email, when you just click on a text message, when you just click on WhatsApp message, the message reaches to a person without thinking of the distance. The distance may be 100 kilometer, 1,000 kilometer, or more than that. Whatever the distance is, wherever the person is. Friends, do you remember that calling charges for STD and ISD and whatnot? It is gone. The days have gone. It was a time when this STD PCO booths have mushroomed all over the country. Those yellow booths. Yes, you can recollect it. But for young people, it is a story. Now, no more telephone booths. No more queues at the public telephone lines. No more coins. But yes, you can make call. You can talk to anybody practically if that person allows you in the world. Now, I'm just talking about one function of the phone. But this smartphone has many functions. You can transfer money. You can buy things. You can book a taxi. You can watch a video. You can watch me also at present, like there are many who may be watching me via their desktop or a laptop or a tab, but there may be many, I guess more than 50% who are watching me or who are listening me through their smartphone. This is reality. Yes, friends. So see, look at the uses of phone. How many uses we can make? There are plenty of uses which we make of this phone. Now here I would like to ask you a simple question once again, that this evaluation happened how? Phone from that wired big black phone to a beautiful smartphone, touch screen phone, which you just touch and it can perform several functions for you. How it happened? This happened just due to research. There are two departments which are very much important. Sometimes they are one department in any company, and that is called R&D department. That means research and development department. This R&D department is the backbone of any company. Nowadays, when you buy a phone, when you buy a new product like telephone, particularly mobile phone, the moment you buy it, the day you buy it, just within 1 week or 10 days of that, it becomes outdated. The applications which you are using, they get updated. There are many things which happens to the technology, the living, people, society, warfare, what not. Everything around us is changing, including the perception of people. And the most important factor behind this all is research. I can talk a lot about research, friends, but I would like to concentrate more on exactly how this research or what this research is important for. When I think of research, there are many ideas come to my mind. There are many words which come to my mind. As a person who belongs to language, as a person who belongs to literature, I always think of several words when I think of research. So practically, there are many words which come to my mind when I think of research. Practically, there are many ideas which come to my mind when I think of research. So, friends, I would like to take you to this world of research through an eye of linguist. First of all, I would like to take you how this research would have come to existence in terms of language. Friends, so I would like to talk about various ideas related to research. First thing which comes to my mind is research. As I told you, I would like to let you know about the various words related to research. Just before some time, I told you that tell me, when you think of research, what comes to your mind? So similarly, I would like to ask you, I would like to discuss with you here that when you think of research, which are the important ideas, which are the important words which really come to your mind? The first word which comes to my mind when I think of research is discover. Friends, what do you mean by discover? Have you ever thought of discovery? Think about it. I don't want to tell you anything about discover, but if you can really do it, if you have pen with you, you can write down what do you mean by discover. You can just write down 1 or 2 lines about discover so that you can understand, you can just cross-check yourself that what do you mean by the word discover. Let us go to the next word which comes to my mind when I look at research, and that word is explore. What do you mean by explore, friends? Do you know exploration? I guess all of you are aware of what exploration is. So I would like to look at the next word, and that is explore. You can try to think of what the explore word means. Similarly, let us try to look at the next word, and that is investigate. You must have heard the word investigation and investigate. Okay, yeah, it's again a question to you. What is investigate? And the next word is invent. What is the difference between investigate and invent? Try to think of it. The next word is create. Create, creation, yes. And the next word after create comes inquiry. I want all of you to think of these words: discovery, explore, investigate, invent, create, inquiry. These all words are here or there to some extent related to research. And the next word comes search. And in this series, I would like to keep the last word as research. And this is very important word for all of us, friends.